Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to This My Heard podcast. Um, I hope everybody's having a good evening, and I hope you can hear me. If you can't hear me, say so, and I'll adjust accordingly. Let me bring in my co-host, Lady G. Lady G, what's good?
Hey, Big, what's going on?
I'm chilling, chilling, chilling. How are you?
I'm wonderful as usual.
All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. So how was your week?
Well, it's only Tuesday, but other than that,
Oh, that's right. It's only Tuesday. You're absolutely right. I'm
but
like,
it's going well, even when it's not. It's great.
that's good. That's always good to hear, actually.
Yeah, got to
Yeah,
maintain positivity because you get to decide.
that's right. That's absolutely right. You hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I hear you. Good.
All right, good. That's I'll have to raise the volume on this mic. So you weren't with us last week. We missed you very much. Um, it was a hell of a show.
Was it?
Yeah, it was actually pretty crazy. So
Well, with
yeah,
Dubs, everything is crazy.
yeah, word. He said he'll be here at some point. TG says she'll be here at some point if she can. So we'll see. But if we have to hold it down, we'll hold it down. You know how it is.
Yes, we will.
You know how it is. But anything pressing you got going on and you wanna, you know, nothing.
Pressing, pressing.
What's
I
going on in Lady G's world?
Oh, you don't want to know.
All right.
Nothing,
Well,
nothing.
well, we actually had tons of. I mean, the show hasn't popped off. All right, all right, all right. What up, fam? How you doing, bro? How's everything? Thanks for stopping by and saying what's up. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, no doubt about it. Thanks for stopping by. Um, yeah, so we had a conversation about fathers and mothers and kids and stuff like that and everything, and what ended up happening was we got into the conversation of why the topic was at that point. I threw it to the chat room, which was kind of crazy. I threw it to the chat room and I said, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to discuss? And the very first thing that came up was, why do men cheat? Yo, it from there. It went in all different directions. It was
Oh
good.
yeah.
We were on for over 2 hours. It, oh, look, Lady G. What up, Lady G?
Oh hey Manny, how's it going?
Yeah, it's
Oh, Ben, don't cheat. Okay.
nah. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was just, why do men cheat? But if you think about it, men don't cheat. I mean, everybody cheats. Not everybody, but it gets to the point where sometimes when there's no communication in a relationship, and there's no love and affection, people tend to, exactly, man. He said it right. Supermen cheat.
Well, I mean, I guess that could be true, but I've always got a different outlook on things like this.
All right, so why do men cheat? Why do men cheat?
Men cheat because they're they have something missing in them. It's an insecurity for them, right?
Right.
It They cheat because they don't know how to communicate. They're afraid to communicate. Um, See what I have found in couples, no matter whether it's, yeah, definitely insecure, Amy Lynn. Um, but they don't realize it. That's the thing. And that's with a lot of people. A lot
Right.
of people have these insecurities that they don't even recognize as insecurity, right? And the truth is, having been a marriage therapist for so long, um, I have seen so many different things. And so the thing is, there's this idea that your partner is supposed to be the one person in the world that you can be vulnerable with, that you can trust. The issue that we're having nowadays is that people are not taking their time to choose. They're jumping into relationships for the just for the sake of having relationships. They're rushing things by having the intimacy quickly. And so with some people, it's like, well, we've been intimate, so, and you don't totally get on my nerves, so maybe we should be together.
You
Um,
don't totally get on my nerves, but yeah, maybe.
like somebody asked me at work today, um, is moving in with somebody basically saying that I miss you more than you get on my nerves? And I had never really heard it that way. Uh, I never heard it that way before. I said, I guess so. I wouldn't exactly put it that way. Um, Definitely, Natalie. We have a tendency as human beings to think that the grass is always greener on the other side. Um, we let our eyes dictate what our heart can't see. Uh, but like I said again, it's people are not taking the time anymore to get to know somebody. Everybody's in a hurry for the physical, for the, they're not even invested in the emotional anymore because, as I've said many times, hurt people. And we as individuals, or in this generation, in this time period, have been so hurt by people that we've stopped allowing vulnerability to be the norm, right? We're not
Mhm.
allowing, because we don't want to feel those feelings of rejection, hurt, pain. We're allowing those hurt feelings to put up walls and to stop us from being vulnerable with our partners. And the thing is, your partner's supposed to be your best friend. The one person in your life that you're supposed to be able to trust, count on, lean on, have peace with, not necessarily be their peace, but have peace with, grow the peace, nurture the peace, and plan with, partner with, you know. But we've come away from that idea. And so what happens is, because of the judgy people that we have a tendency to be afraid of what our partner's going to say about our wants, our needs, and things like that. And yes, after a certain period of time, things do become stagnant, monotonous, especially when you start to have children together. You get so wrapped up in the everyday, taking the kids here, going to work there. You get so wrapped up in the everyday rigmarole that you forget that there was a relationship, that there was a connection, that there were two people that created this dynamic, and we stray away from that. And so we have to continue to date each other. We have to continue to make things interesting, be that vulnerable person with that other person, because a lot of it is we shy away from people's emotions, you know?
Is it justifiable for a man to cheat if he isn't getting sex from his partner?
No, it's not justifiable because it's just as much his responsibility to figure out why he's not getting that as it is for her to give it.
Hmm.
Because let me tell you something, a woman is a reflection of a man. She amplifies. So if she was a certain way for a period of time and all of a sudden she's not, sometimes men need to look at themselves and say, well,
Whoa,
oh,
whoa, whoa,
hold
oh,
on.
whoa,
No, no,
whoa.
no. You're gonna listen, gonna listen.
Oh,
Whatever you give to a woman, she amplifies, right? She amplifies. You give her love, she gives you twice as much love. You buy her a home, she furnishes it and she fills it with love. You give her money, she takes that money, she makes it stretch. You give children, right? She takes those children, she nurtures them and creates your family, right? So whatever you give to a woman, she will take and amplify. So if you have an issue with the woman not giving you something or she has kind of shut down, then you as the partner need to say, what am I doing that's causing this reaction? So there's definitely, Manny, what you're saying, definitely no maturity. But at the same token, people are not self aware. People are not self aware.
okay, that was a continuation of what he said.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so I get what you're saying. All right, I understand. Um, but what I'm thinking is if if we're in a relationship, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and we're working things out, and something is lacking, you know, I feel like if the relationship is supposed to be I see I hate to say relationships are 50-50. The reason why I don't like to say that is because we're not always coming in at 50-50,
Right.
which means if I'm having a day, I come in at 40, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I would need my lady to come in at 60 to
Right.
help pick up what it is I'm not able to do emotionally or whatever it is at that point in time.
Of course.
I think it's more about communicating to each other what it is, you know, you need and what needs to be understood about how that person feels when it comes to communication.
Right. And
Um,
does the other person have the capacity to give you that?
and that's the big thing. I mean, the only way to find that out is through time and through building that love and trust,
And the communication.
and a man needs to be reassured himself as well. It's not just to reassure. I mean, you can reassure your woman, baby, I love you, I care about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. I'm here. I'm here in the moment with you. You know what I'm saying? But there are times when a man needs to hear those words himself as well. I mean, it's men get a bad rap, man. I mean, it's not like it. I don't know. I think dudes get a bad rap these days. You know what I'm saying? As far as not being communicative and not putting their all, you know, being told.
But look at where that's coming from. Where those messages are coming from.
Man, you wild, son. Yo, you've been with your lady 21 years? Damn, son. Yo, y'all didn't even think you were that old. Manny is a very, very, very good. He's like my family. We grew up in the same building. Um, Friends a very, very, very long time. I got mad love for Manny and his family. He knows we go way back. But I didn't know you with your lady 21 years, dog.
So I
Yo,
got a question. You've been with your woman 21 years and only married for 9. Why is that? Was there's, like, so I mean that gets me because my best friend is the same thing. She's been with her husband, her daughter's 24. So yeah, about 22 years and they've only been married for 10. So it's like why is that?
I mean, maybe I don't know, 20 something years and married 9 years. I mean, maybe they needed to build more of a foundation and make sure their careers were correct and make sure everything was good between the both of them. I don't know.
So it took 11 years for that. But those are no, those are the types of things I'm saying though. Like we have this disconnect and it's not about men. It's about the relationship, both people. You know, it's about understanding what you want as a partner,
Right.
um being that person for someone else. We've gotten into this thing, like the whole idea of the 50-50, right?
Right.
It's a nice idea, but like you said, big, it, some days it's going to be 60-40, 80-20, like, but we also have to stop counting. We have to stop keeping score,
Oh,
you know?
I'm a big believer in not having to keep score. I mean, yeah, you did this for me today. I need you to do this for me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's fair in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I think that at some point, well, at some point you should just be able to look at each other and know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to
And
challenge that because you said that the last time I was on
what?
about, because the question you had asked is, how does a woman know that her man's cheating on her, but she doesn't, but she don't feel that he need,
All
like,
right, all right. You mean woman's intuition?
yeah,
The whole
but
woman's intuition thing.
she can't feel when
He's
he
struggling.
needs, yeah, when he's struggling, when he needs something. We
All right,
can't read each other's minds.
right. Hold up 1 second. Dubs just showed up. He's all right.
Yeah, what up?
Dubs.
What up?
All
What
right.
we talking about?
So hold on. Hold on. We're discussing something. Just catch you. You'll catch up. So go ahead, Lady G. My bad.
All right, yo, I'm about to go off camera because still handling some things. You know what I
All
mean?
right. All right.
All right.
No, just
Just
like you were saying, like we can't read each other's minds. We can't divine. I don't care how long you've been together. Yes, mannerisms, looks, those things. You get to know each other. But it's like, why? Because then that just breeds anger, resentment when you're expecting your partner to just know what you need in a moment, you know? Like, no, speak to me, talk to me.
right. No, I get that. No, I understand that point. But what the thing that struck the thing that about that conversation itself about the woman's intuition was what I try to say with that about that was women seem to say that their woman's intuition has them feeling and thinking that their man is cheating.
Yo,
You
can I
know what
say
I'm
something real
saying?
quick
But
about that?
hold on, but real
All
quick.
right.
Um, so a woman's intuition can get her feeling like her man is cheating, but can that intuition also pick up on her man struggling? That's what it was. I just felt at that moment in time that if a woman can feel a man cheating, why can't she feel her man's struggle?
Who
And I
says that
get,
she can't?
well,
Yo, you know what it is, women want us to be like, yeah, I'm struggling. But the problem is that we just have too much pride for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And speaking of intuition, you know what I'm saying? What I was telling you earlier, right? Like a woman would know when you're cheating on her because you know what? Like you guys are swapping, like besides swapping sperm and all that and in cooties, if you want to put it that way. Got swapping energy. So a woman could pick up a lot faster when the energy is being broken. Like like how like we could pick up, you know what I'm saying, when you know it has been tampered with, right?
It has
But
been
like
tampered.
but like but like at the same time though, like we don't say much of it because we got too much pride and like, we start hitting that denial phase, you know what I'm saying, denial phase, you know what I'm saying, phase already. It's all energy, bro. Like and it took me a while to realize that, that sex, you know what I'm saying, like sex is like, is like more mental and spiritual than what it is physical.
Yeah.
That's the that's the reason why you know what I'm saying, these porn stars be committing suicide because you know what, they got so much energy, so much people's energies, right? And half of them ain't, you know what I'm saying, half of them are messed up to begin with mentally, like you know what I'm saying, like their energy carries like trauma and everything. So half of them are messed up to begin with. They don't even know what to do with themselves and boom, they unalive themselves. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, but other than that, like the whole intuition thing, a woman would know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? You sleep with a woman 5 times, yo, she's gonna figure you out. She's gonna know everything about you, whether you like it or not. You could lie to her, whatever, but that intuition will kick up. Like same thing with us. It's just that we don't know how to navigate that road too much, like women do. You know what I'm saying? Because like women, they're more open about their emotions. We're not.
wait, I don't, hold on. So,
Yo,
what you,
yo. In other words, they know when something's wrong with us, right? They know. You know what I'm saying? Whether they feel it or they see it in our eyes, you know what I'm saying? They know when something's wrong with us. It's just that half the time they want us to tell them and be open about it. They want us to swallow our pride. You know what I'm saying? From 9 out of 10 times, we're here, banging our chest like King Kong, like, nah, we're good because that's how society, like that's how we were brought up. You know, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Even though we walking through a meteor shower and getting, you know what I'm saying, and getting hit with, comets the size that left that crater in Mexico and shit that ended the dinosaurs, you know what I'm saying? We will still lie to her, you know what I'm saying, to their face and be like, nah, we're good. Is that they know. They just want us to say something. But we don't say anything. So it's always gonna
so
be
what
that,
happened? So
push
what
pull
happens? What
thing.
happens at that point? What happens at that point? Do you
Well,
just
we
neglect the
we
fact that something is wrong and just keep it moving, or somebody
well,
says something and
yo, yo, you know what? Women look at us as leaders, B. Let's keep it a bug. You know what I'm saying? Like they could talk all this independent shit all they want, but when there's a man around, they look at us to be leaders. And if we're not, you know what I'm saying, we're not saying nothing, they're just gonna go with that vibe. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we're dying inside. They're just gonna go with that vibe. Well, you ain't saying nothing. Have you ever noticed that? You know what I'm saying? Like like when shit hits the fan and you hit, you know what I'm saying, arguing with your girl, whatever what it is, and the first things that come out their mouth is like, you didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like we expect them to be Professor X, but at the same time, they expect us to be Professor X as well and read their minds as well, you know, which goes to last week, communication.
Man, Dub, I don't know that I've ever heard you speak so eloquently before.
oh shit, oh it's
Yo, you know what? I mean, I don't want to be the villain this week. I'm lying. I am gonna be the villain this week. I'm gonna double down on something too. Right? Now, last week I said some shit, you know what I'm saying, which was basically this in the, you know what I'm saying, this is more of a man than it was a female, but from what I heard, um, some females took they got offended. I'm like, of course they would, right? But like, they emphasized on one part, However, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what? It's like reading a book, right? And you just focus on one page, but then read the whole chapter, and already like like you're trying to like like what I'm saying, like this is like full of shit. That's what people do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be the villain today on that one too. So I'm gonna double down on what I said. You know, if people's
Yeah.
feelings get hurt, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Put a condom on your heart, fuck your feelings. You know what I mean? Like ice up, son. You know what I mean? Like yo, you know what? But back to that whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all like you know what I'm saying? Like this is all energy. You know what I'm saying? It's all energy shit. You
So
know,
real quick, read this comment. What do you think about that?
which one?
This one.
I don't think it creates narcissism. I think you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't create narcissism. It creates a problem though. But I don't think narcissism is not what I would think. You know what I'm saying? What what should be put out there because like narcissism to me is like someone that's you know what I'm saying someone that's confident but have nothing to be confident about. You know what I'm saying? Narcissism to me is someone that's just like or just gaslight the problem. You know, like narcissism to me is like, all right, you know what? I caught you out there, you know what I'm saying, texting some dude, but you're gonna turn around and blame me for it. You know, like then you know what I'm saying? Like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? You suck at some guy's dick and you don't blame me for that shit too? I ain't put a gun to your head. That's narcissism. You know, like I think, you know what I'm saying, the problem that that shit would create though, like as far as like as far as like, problem wise, like what it would create like a huge rift because you know what? It would be like a perceived narcissistic view. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a perception when it really isn't, right? You know what I mean? Like it would be like a perception, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be like a hologram, you know what I'm saying? And like 9 out of 10 times, you, the person who's perceiving this narcissism, would create this like whole mirage and whole hologram of something when it's really not that. That's what I'm saying. Like, like people could talk about communication, how easy it is, but like it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when like, you know what I'm saying, like you're thinking about, should I tell this person about what I've been through? You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I'm saying, or how they going, you know what I'm saying, how they're gonna receive this part, or how they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Like how you know what I'm saying? Like we're more worried about the person misunderstanding our story instead of understanding it. And
Now,
that's when that perceived
that
and
that
and and
really,
and and that's when the narcissism, like, you know what I'm saying, the perceived narcissism kicks in. Like
I completely understand what you're saying, B. I completely understand what you're saying because when women say they want to know about what you've been through, right? They want to know what it is your struggle is. They want to know what it is that makes you tick, what makes you say and do the things you say and do. And then when you sit there and you're vulnerable and you open up and you say these things, sometimes it's like, whoa, wait a minute, bro. I didn't tell you to open up motherfucking floodgates. I just said I want to know a little something about what's going on with you and what you've been through and what's up. But see, a motherfucker like me, I'll tell you something right fucking now. A motherfucker like me, if you ask to open up and express how I feel about what I've been through or what I'm going through or where I see myself in the future, be be fucking prepared, bro. Be prepared to hear shit you might not want to fucking hear.
But this is
Be
what
pre-
I'm saying, Corleone, is that people are picking the wrong partners because there is no earthly reason why you should be in a relationship with somebody and you needing to open those floodgates would cause an issue for that person at all. That's the wrong person. That's the wrong person because that's what we should want. Not that like this whole thing about women saying that they want a sensitive man, but then all of a sudden there's this thing about them being too sensitive, right?
Right, right,
But that's everybody. That's not just for men. Because you don't want a woman that's crying every day all day long either, you know. But your partner is supposed to be the person that is not just going to be there with you when you're hustling, when you're making things happen. It's when you're at your worst. And that's when you can, because see, love is just a feeling, you know? Loving someone is an action. And if that
Legs
person's
open very
sharing,
easy.
what was
Love.
that?
Legs open very easy. Love.
Okay. All
Acronym.
right.
I just wanted to be a dick. Go back to my enemy stuff.
That that's
Villain.
nothing new,
Dr.
Dubs.
Doom.
Nothing new.
Growl.
So it's like if you're with somebody and that becomes an issue, then it's time to go because the whole point of relationships is to support one another. And and I'm gonna agree with what you said, Dubs, because I am a little bit old school. Yes, I look to a man or to my partner actually uh to lead, to be the lead, right? We're equals, but there's that natural progression of leader and supporter. Men were created as hunters and gatherers to lead the pack. Women were created to nurture and support, right? That is our
And don't
natural.
and don't forget protect too. Like because
Yes, and to protect.
like
Yep.
like like you know what because what you call it. I remember in my 20s or whatever, right? That like I had this one girl leave me for some skinny ass dude who couldn't fight for shit. I was like, yo, I should go smack the shit out of him just what I'm saying, just to prove a point.
Right.
Just to, what I'm saying, like just to be a dick about it, you know, because especially if you flaunting like oh I took your bitch, all right then I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Take that, what I'm saying. I don't want the girl back, what I'm saying, like because you know what, like I got enough pride to know that like like you can't get back with me after you done fucked with him. But however, what I'm saying, to prove to you that you are now in a lesbian relationship, I shall smack this, what I'm saying, I shall smack the ovaries out of his mouth. Like he's gonna have to fight, what I'm saying? Because pride is a motherfucker. And if he doesn't fight and he takes that smack, I'm gonna smack him again. You know what I'm saying? Just to, what I'm saying, and just look at the girl and be like, this is what it's about. You left me for him, like what I'm saying, like I get it now. I'm saying, you really want to be in a lesbian relationship? Just say that. You know, in my 20s, what I'm saying, like that's what it was about. But like now, like I look back at it, and I'm like, you know what, like some women, what I'm saying, like what I'm saying, my past relationship, some women had a problem with me because what, like I would not stand out. They wanted someone weaker, like what I'm saying, weaker personality. Like I like what, like I was loving and caring, but like what, that had a limit though. What I'm saying? Like if I felt like you're gonna try and play me stupid,
at that point,
I'm
you
not.
gotta
I
ask
don't stand.
yourself who's really the narcissist. If they're
Yeah,
looking for weaker
exactly. You know what?
personalities.
Exactly. You know what? So like if I feel like you're gonna try, what I'm saying, you're gonna try to get one over me. Good luck. Because I don't stand down and let you walk over me that way. Sorry, sorry, not sorry. You know what? I rather, what I'm saying, I rather go through, some bullshit than have you emasculate me. What I'm saying? Especially like, what I'm saying, like, in front of my friends and shit. I don't play that.
Let me tell you something. Can't nobody do to you what you don't let them. Nobody can make you feel anything. Nobody can make you do anything. Unless there is a gun to your head, you are the one who is in control of your feelings. You are the one who's in control of your behavior. Nobody has enough power to do that. And if they do, it's because you're allowing them to take that power. So
No, but
a
you know what
woman,
though?
what?
You know what though? Some women will try to take that power like right off the, what I'm saying, right off the jump. Because like you know what, like they go by first impressions, like Nicole, remember that girl from Carney?
Yep.
All right. So like met some girl out in the village or whatever, right? Like one night, like back in the 90s or whatever. And we hanging out with her. It's like she's being all loud and rambunctious, like trying to like, dictate, how things should go, right? And I'm just here to just like, what I'm saying, being um I was playing the background like I always do, like, what I'm saying, being like what I'm saying, observant of things,
Yep.
right? So we're in Burger King and she's getting all loud, like talking about, oh, this bitch looking at me, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, she ain't looking at you, just chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I was already annoyed, what I'm saying, by her. But at this point, it's probably like the second day I ever hung out with her. And I was already annoyed, right? And she was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. She's like, excuse me? I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, I'm gonna smack you with my fucking whopper, bro. Open your mouth again. All of a sudden, like all that, what I'm saying, that all that tough talk, all that being loud talk, like I put her in check just on that. Corleone was there because he was laughing. He was like, oh shit. you,
It
you
was
know,
it was it
I,
was
I,
funny.
I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just shut the fuck up. And like,
She was being rah-rah. She was being rowdy and stupid and silly and acting and talking all this crazy shit. Yeah, I remember.
yeah, man, like, yo, you know what? And I tell her, yo, shut the fuck up. Like I told her calmly. She's like, excuse you, like trying to be like all like, threatened or whatever, that I rose my voice. Then all of a sudden, all that tough talk went out the window, and like she became submissive after that. So it was like so what I'm saying, like it was like, you know what I mean, like like some, like people out here, I ain't gonna put it on women or men. I'm just gonna put it in general. Like, I'm saying, like people out here will showboat their representative as being, aggressive or whatever, when deep inside they're submissive. Like,
Yeah,
but
because we don't know what people have been through. And that might have been who she's had to be in her life. And by you doing what you did, you either reminded her of some kind of a traumatic event or you did for her what she needed someone to do.
yeah, tell her to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
No,
yeah. You know what?
you always got to take it there.
No, no, no. Listen, you know what? It's like this, right? You know what I mean? Like like she was just being, but like then
Trauma
again, she
responses.
probably, but it's like, yo, you know what? Like it didn't even warrant, what I'm saying, for all that shit. To be honest,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like like I said, you know what? Like a lot of people's attitudes, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like men and women in general. Like some of them, would show that aggressive side or whatever, you know, just off the jump, because because like it's, what I'm saying, like it's a good show, like you have people that believe you, but me, I don't believe, you can't tell me shit even if I stepped in it, like if I could see right through that whole facade or whatever, then what I'm saying, it is what it is. What I'm saying, like nowadays I'll let you play with that facade or whatever. If this is the mirage they're trying to, like, if this is a hologram you're trying to project out there for people to see, good for you. You know what I'm saying? People see it, people see it. I mean, if I don't believe you, then I don't believe you. Period. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, what I'm saying, like kick it, what I'm saying, kick your back in and be like, you know what I'm saying, in front of people. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you play yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I do nowadays. I'm like, you played yourself. Congratulations.
That's exactly that's how I mean, I'm gonna
Man,
sit there and just watch you just
especially women. Especially women. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
do that shit
but
with
you know what?
everybody.
I don't have, what I'm saying, I can't, what I'm saying, like, what, sometimes, what I'm saying, it's sad to watch people play themselves, but you know, my mom and my dad always told me to mind my own business. And that's what the hell I do. Mind
Yeah,
my
well,
business.
yeah, I mean, nowadays it's not like that. It's a completely different atmosphere these days. It's not either at our age, it's tough to find that companionship. You know what I'm saying? that person that
It's
you can.
the
Well, hold on. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? Hold on,
the
real
pool
quick. Hold
the
on, real
pool's a
quick.
cesspool nowadays, bro.
This episode is brought to you by Zero Sugar Cheer Wine. Look at that, Dubs. I know you want one of those.
Not zero sugar though.
Yeah,
Oh
I
wait,
know.
you know
Well,
what?
you need to start fucking with the zero sugar. So
Yeah, I
Zero
should.
Sugar Cheer Wine, and it's listen to that.
But you know what? Also, this is brought to you by Sexy Ass Diet Water. It's my water. You know what I'm saying? It's the closest thing to holy water you'll drink. Hallelujah. Amen. Anyways.
Nah, but back to this shit. But I mean, it's. I think what Lady G was getting at before about having a partner that if you're feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying, or if you shouldn't be in a relationship or involved with someone who's not going to
it's
be able
also
to deal with or handle what it is you're putting out there
bro,
as
it's also
far
a
as
comfort level too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like as a man, you gotta be comfortable with who you're with. You know, like
Dude,
that's
if
why
you're
like
not comfortable with the
that
person you're with, then you
that's
don't
why
need to be with them.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? For that, you know what I mean? Like go buy a teddy bear, you know what I'm saying? Talk to the bear. You know, like you might as well. I mean, I mean, you know what? Let's keep it. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a solid 100, right? The only reason why, like, most people are still with their partners right now, and you know what I'm saying, is because they're scared to be alone. You know what I mean? Like,
oh
they're just scared to be alone. Ooh,
And there
pheromones.
there are a lot of people like that.
You know, because like, you know what? They looked at, they looked at their birth certificate. They look at the year they were born. They did the math, and they're like, oh my God, you know what?
is
I know,
that
like this is my last chance, and this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. Huh.
is that TG in the car? What are you
Oh
doing?
shit.
Yeah,
T- she
I'm driving. I'm going to be
she
driving. I stopped just now.
she came
I'm
back from her
trying this
ethnic
place
cleansing.
here.
She came back from her ethnic cleansing class. Ethnic
Yes, I learned a
cleansing.
lot.
Yes,
I learned
hooray.
a lot.
You know, we need
Where
more ethnic cleansing and less love. I agree.
Oh, geez. Yep, that's it exactly.
where you headed?
I'm going to get some stuff.
You're fucking.
You gonna fuck around, hit a deer out there, yo.
There are deer out here, that's for sure.
You might run into
Actually, there
you
haven't been a lot. There's
hit, hit,
more like animals that run than deer.
hit. You know what? You might run into Jebediah.
I will definitely run into a Jebediah for sure.
We
TG.
standing lost our lives living in an Amish paradise.
Oh my
TG,
god,
I think
weirdo.
it'll be safer if you waited till you got back.
If you guys are still on, I mean, right now I'm parked and waiting. But whatever are you talking about anyway?
The
A
usual.
lot of usual stuff. The why? All right. Why don't you answer this question? And maybe you can chime in on this. Why do you think men cheat?
Why do I think men cheat?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Can I answer so many things?
All right. So why do women do it?
All right, well, men, we're on a podcast right now. Yeah. So anyway, men, why do men cheat? I think it's different. It could be a different things. It could be a cultural thing, unfortunately. Um, like something that's taught, like that's what men do. Um, but men typically probably cheat because they're not getting the attention they want and need at home. It's the same thing for women. A woman's gonna cheat because she's not getting something she wants at home. And so instead of communicating, people tend to step out.
You know what? In all honesty, I think like the best, you know what I'm saying, the best answer as to why men cheat is because we can. Same way why
I
women cheat
mean,
because y'all can. You know what I'm saying?
both
Like
both
like
can.
like
Women
like
and men can cheat,
but
but
but you
why?
know what?
But
Like
why do it?
why? Because yo,
Yeah,
you know
there's
what?
consequences.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna dig into my 20-year-old self, right?
Oh Lord. Yep.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way that how smoking weed was illegal in the streets, but we still did it anyway. It's the rush. It was the rush back then. You know what I'm saying? To see, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like when we got caught, like when I got caught, yeah, I was sorry. I'm sorry. I was stupid enough to get caught. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't sorry for the action. Like the same way, like you know what? Like it sounds like a dog shit to say because it is. It really is. But that's what it was back then for me. Like I'm speaking on my experience. Like you know what? I cheated because I could. You know why? Because you know what? Like because you know what? Women gas me up, said I look good. I gas myself up even more. Like I became narcissistic. Yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it 100. I became narcissistic. Whatever. Like I became vain and narcissistic because you know what? I knew I could do it, and
Right.
that I did. Like
But do you
and
also feel like you were encouraged by others to do that? Like it was something that was acceptable.
well, I was encouraged by my penis in porn. It, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. You know what? I was encouraged by my, you know what I'm saying, by my penis in porn, right? And liquor. Every fat ass was in front of me, you
Right.
know. And if you had a boyfriend, don't plan on going home tonight.
See
Don't
that
worry
Right.
that
about
that
it.
see look. I can't look. Let me tell you something. I can't look. If I knew that a woman I was talking to was involved with somebody already, I couldn't do it.
See, I'm going
Right.
by back then. I'm going by back then. See, because like to
Yeah,
me,
it was.
to me, you know what? You know what? I remember some dude calling, "Oh, are you talking to my girl? Oh, you was with my girl?" I'm like, "Yo, it's not your girl." You know what I'm saying? That's not your girl. It was just your turn.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, because that's what it was. I mean, like I'm like, yo, I don't know why you're coming to me for. You should be thanking me that your girl got exposed. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want that problem, if you want to go back to that problem, you go right ahead. Simple as that. That's what it was. Like that's how like my brain used to work. Used to is the key word. Used to.
All right.
Like now, like now is like you know what I'm saying. Like you know what I mean. Like first off, you know what? First off, you know what I'm saying. Like when all of us was in our 20s, you know what I'm saying. Like you know what I'm saying. Like there was like a huge gap because like women in general, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, late teens, early 20s, you know what I'm saying, you're with your boyfriend, you know what I mean, like women, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, you guys had this, I'm in love with him because you know what, you have the sex, you know what I'm saying, and like you feel the energy, you know what I'm saying, it was a transference of energy, you know what I'm saying, so therefore, you know what I mean, like women fell in love, you know what I'm saying, because it felt good to be with that one person. Us, you know what I'm saying, like you know, like we were already covered. You know what I'm saying? We were already corrupted back then because of like of how you know what I'm saying like we seen people come before us. Handle their shit. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, you know what I mean? Like like the older heads, like they paved the way for us to be just as corrupted as them. You know, like you know what? Like even though I had my parents in the house, and like they showed me what love was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't follow that route. You know, I was I went to more, where I identify with. And most and like both like for instance, most of my cousins were players, man. So it was like, you know what, I became a player with them. You know, like
Right.
and what you call it, and in all honesty, it took one person of you know what I'm saying to really fuck me up about relationships for a long time, and that was like my high school love, and that was it. It just took that one heartbreak, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else worked for years.
Hold
That's the
up,
key
Dubs.
word, years.
Hold Dubs. Hold on a second. Yo, TG.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of like sounds in the
Feedback.
background.
Yeah, it's the car.
If we're when you get home, try to come on. Let me text me, and I'll let you know if we're still on. Then you come back on.
All right.
All right, just make sure you text me when you get back to the crib.
And please, no more
Okay.
ethnic cleansing classes.
I'll try. I'll try my hardest.
All
All right.
right, later.
Yo, but like, yo, you know what? That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, as far as like, you know, us men, like 9 out of 10 times, you know what I'm saying, we became like when it comes to relationships in our 20s, whatever, we always became villainous because of that one person. All it
Right.
took was
So
one,
right.
you know. And yo, you know what? And yo, you know what? This is where you know what I'm saying. We got to, you know what I'm saying. Like we got to give their women their, you know what I'm saying, their props because you know what? They didn't stop at one heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? They kept, you know what I'm saying. They went to like, you know what I'm saying. They suffered multiple heartbreaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And trying to find something. We
I want
stopped at one because yo, you
right.
know what? We stopped at one because you know what? We didn't know how to handle that shit with our pride and our ego. You know what I mean? Like yo, you know what? Like like women, they have, you know what I'm saying? Women have pride and ego, but they don't put it as like their main, you know what I'm saying, as like a main, you know, like character arc. You see what I mean?
Right.
Like we do. So when we get our heart broken, you know what I'm saying, our pride and ego, you know what I'm saying, gets hit just as hard too. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, like we don't know how to like deal with that because you know what? We're so prideful and so egotistical that when it breaks, you know what I'm saying, like we're trying to scramble, trying to, you know what I'm saying, reach for straws and reach for the sky, you know what I'm saying, trying to grab at something
Right.
to
So
like,
you cheated because you were taught to cheat. Basically, that's what Manny said.
um, I cheated because, you know what I'm saying, back then, you know what I mean, like, yo, back then, you know what I'm saying, like, mind you, not with my parents, not with my parents. I seen it with my cousins. You know what I'm saying? My older cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents, like they're married, like damn near, you know what I'm saying, since Jesus Christ was like walking the earth. That's how long they've been together. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and like it was like I was always split, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to model myself after them, but like I always thought that shit was corny back then. You know, I always thought that it was like real corny. So therefore, you know, like in a way I was like I just did what I wanted to do. But in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like all my cousins are like, you know, all the old school heads and even the circle that we was around. You know what I'm saying? Even the circle that I was around. You know what I'm saying? Like we did some foul shit, you know, but like I said, all it took was one heartbreak that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That it was like, you know what I'm saying, like a villainous arc, you know what I'm saying? Like how like, you know, Doctor Doom became Doctor Doom and shit, you know? Like that's how it is, you know what I mean? Like but see you know what the thing is with my parents in general, like they will see you know what I'm saying, girls call the house, you know what I'm saying? They'll see girls coming in and out the house and shit. You know what I mean? Like they didn't like it. They hated it. You know, like my mom used to be like, "Yeah, you know, your brothers are,
Well,
you know,
that's
your
a good
brothers are
question. That's a great
what?"
question. So if your parents were together for so
Because I
long,
thought
why
that
didn't
shit,
you?
I thought that shit was corny back then. You know, like I really thought, yo, first off, I was in the, you know what I'm saying, like every weekend I was out in the bars and clubs and whatever, you know, and it was so easy, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like getting a girl and there, I was like, yo, why am I even in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what, like back then, you know what I'm saying, I used to look at my parents like, all right, you know what, that's their shit, you know what I'm saying, that's their era. You know what I'm saying? This is my era. Where I look at relationships as like prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Explain
Like
that.
because yo, you know what? I used to look at it as prostitution because you know what, you're still paying just to get something. That's back then. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you know what? like I said, all it did was took one person to break, you know what I'm saying, to like really fuck me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All it took was one person to really fuck me up, yo. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
also because you thought you were invincible.
yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know what? And that's why I'm admitting to you now that, yo, you know what? I was egotistical and prideful back then.
So
You know?
real quick. I want to get back. I want to go. I want to backtrack a little bit to to a text, to a message in the chat room from
But
Amy Lynn.
hold on. Wait, hold on. But right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere near near who that person is, because you know what? I'm in a good situation right now. And like, yo, you know
Right.
what? And another thing too. Another
Lucky
thing
you.
too. And another thing too, right? Um, out front, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, in all realness, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I be talking my shit, you know what I'm saying, every week or whatever, you know, like whatever, but I know what I'm talking about in a way. So, like, our brains don't fully develop to 25. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I perceived as love was me, you know what I'm saying, wasn't love. It was just me loving a bust a nut, if you will. You know, like, I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when I started understanding, you know what I'm saying, like what it was, like I was already, you know what I'm saying, like getting with girls here and there, you know what I'm saying? It was habitual to the point, you know what I'm saying? So like I had to like try to slow that down. And when I did, like I figured out what I wanted. I figured out that, yo, you know what, I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want to settle down. I was already like in my early 30s. And then like I said, you know what, like since I started off with this whole energy stuff earlier, what you throw out to this world, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? It'll always find a way to come back to you. So it came back to me like, you know, for the most of my 30s, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to, you know, trying to be in a relationship that, you know, just that person or whatever, boom. You know what I'm saying? Every foul shit that I've ever done, every foul shit that I've ever done was coming back to me, you know what I'm saying, twice fold. You know, every foul shit. And it got to the point where I was like, yo, you know what? I ain't even gonna play victim about it, you know, because you know what? Like I'm pretty sure, you know, this is happening because of the foul shit I've done earlier. And I'm here running from it. And now that I slow down, boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting hit left and right. So you know what?
And
I took
see
it
what
on the
Manny
chin.
said. See what Manny said. Now you're older, looking for what your parents have. That's ironic.
Actually, I got what my parents have now. It is
That's
ironic.
good. Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It is.
mm,
You know what? It's ironic, but like I wish, you know what I'm saying? I wish I wasn't so villainous back then. You know what I'm saying? And I would have saw, you know, I would have saw things a lot earlier, because you know what? It would have saved, yo, you know what? It would have saved me the trouble. However, you know what? Me wishing that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have another chance, you know what I'm saying, to be a, you know what I'm saying, to a father to a beautiful baby girl that's sleeping in the room right now, throwing up on me.
right.
You know, that's peeing on me like she's R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have that opportunity again. So
Right.
things play out the way they play out, and I'm happy they played out the way they played out. It's just
Right.
that, you know what, I could probably, you know what, in all honesty, you know, like men in general, you know what I'm saying, like I can't speak for, you know what I'm saying, all men. I could probably speak for some, because you know what, we probably, you know, like we walk the same road, right? And all it took was like, you know what I'm saying, like one heartbreak, and like, yo, we just became like, you know what I'm saying, like the villain trying to take over the world and shit, right? But like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, like after a while though, you know what I mean, like that shit gets boring though. You know what I'm saying? Like I never knew what it was to, you know what I'm saying, to be with someone and have a meaningless nut. In other words, like a straight face orgasm. And then like, you know, like that, like it happened, and I was like, wow. I didn't even enjoy it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I enjoyed it for the moment, but then I'm in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, like washing up, and I feel disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what? And I'm like, so this is what prostitutes feel like. Okay. You know, like
Mm,
the thing is, I didn't even get paid for it. This was for free. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's when I realized I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm way too old for this shit. You know, way too old for this shit. Like, to be out here, you know what I'm saying? To put myself out here like that. Yeah, it took a very long time. But you know what the thing is though? Like I'm hard headed, like I said before. You know what? Like there's men like me out here that's very, like, you know what I'm saying, very hard headed. You know, like opportunities could come, you know what I'm saying, and we'll just still look at it like, you know what, I'm still gonna do it my way. And that whole I'm gonna do it my way is that my way or the highway attitude is what stunted my growth.
Hmm.
You know,
So I completely get it, man. I understand,
you were
and
there for it. You were there for it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Like
know,
like
but
like see, and yo, you know what? And that's the reason why like the pool right now is like really messed up because like there's still people that used to be like me that's still out here, trying to hold on to something that no longer exists.
right. So real quick, I got this. There's a couple things I wanna talk about right quick. One of them, um, we
You
have
know
a.
though?
All right, asshole.
Yeah,
All right. There's a comment in the chat room I want to get to, and but there's also an email from a fan that they want us to talk about something right quick. So I'm gonna pull the email up, and I want Lady G to
ladies first.
to speak on it.
I don't know if Dub's gonna let me.
No, no, I'm gonna put myself on mute. Trust me, you got this. I'm gonna behave.
I don't think you know how.
I
All right,
actually do. I'm well
all right,
behaved.
so here's the first question.
All right, go ahead.
All right, when your partner in your relationship doesn't feel enough or adequate, how can you help them through their feelings and insecurities? Do I have to repeat the question?
Lady G is gonna
No,
answer that one.
you can't. You The only thing you can do is be present. Unfortunately, when it comes to insecurities, that person is the only one who can overcome that in whatever way, whether it's going to therapy, doing some self-help, um because I'm sure even before this moment, right, the partner has told them how wonderful they are, how great they are. The unfortunate thing is with someone who has low self-esteem, someone who has, you know, doubts about themselves, it doesn't matter what anybody does or what anybody says. If you feel inadequate, you're the only one who can combat that. There's nothing that anybody else could say or do to fix that or help you fix that. The only thing you can do is be present. And if they ask for your support, be there to support them.
That's what's up. You can count on Lady G for the words of wisdom.
Hey, and you know
All right,
what?
all
You
right.
know
So
what?
hold,
I'm can I say something now? Yo, you know
yeah.
what? See that's the reason why, like, like, um, sometimes, like, like she said, you know what I mean? Like Lady G said, like, like it has to be that person. But the only thing that you can actually do is verbally, verbally, like, like feed their brain good thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like verbally, like verbally, like pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Like, let's just say, my lady's having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? And she comes home crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, let it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be telling her, yo, let it out. I'll be like, yo, but tomorrow's another day. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's another
Yeah,
day. You
well,
know what I mean? Like,
okay, I'm not your girl, but as a woman, if if I hear you say that, it's kind of like what Corleone was saying, and you tell me, "Oh, tomorrow's another day," then I feel like you're discounting what
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
feeling.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is let it out. Let it out. You know what I'm saying? But yo, just remember tomorrow's another day. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's another day for you to be better than what you're feeling today. You know what I'm saying? You got this. You know what I'm saying? You got this. You know, it may be
Yes,
hard.
but
Yo, you know
again,
what? And yo, you know what? It may be hard, it may be tough, but yo, you know what? Slowly but surely you got this. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? Like what I tell my lady to do, instead of like holding her emotions in, I'm telling her, yo, let it out. Because you know what? If you know, one thing I learned about my emotions, if I don't let my emotions out and I let it just sit, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a negative emotion, I let it sit within me, pause, right? I start becoming a rotten person. You know what I'm saying? Like I started, like, you know what I'm saying, looking at the world different, and I don't want to look at the world different no more. You know, like,
okay,
and
so I'm going to stop you there, Dub. You said the magic words.
what's
I
up?
don't want to look at life that way anymore.
Exactly.
You had to own that for things to
Hmm.
change. So that's what I'm saying. We have to own our stuff in order for it to change. We're the ones that have to want it. We're the ones that have to believe it. We're the ones that have to change it. There is nothing that anybody else could say or do that would change the way my brain sees things. It's cognitive thought, automatic
True, and
thoughts.
but true indeed. See, that's the reason why, like, you know, like I said, right? Like if my, you know what I'm saying, if my girl comes home crying from work and this, that, and the third, like I try to like, you know what, she's already thinking negative. So I try to like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like if you will, like sometimes it's called force feeding sometimes, but like force feeding is necessary. Force feeding positive thoughts and energies to her, you know? Tell her like, yo, you know what, regardless of what she's doing good. Yeah, you have a bad day, but yo, you're still doing good. You know what I'm saying?
And
You're
she's
still
not going
doing
to
good.
believe it if she doesn't believe it.
You know what? You're right. And then I tell her, I'm like, yo, look what you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look at you know what I'm saying, look what you have accomplished so far. Even if you don't believe it, you know, like I'm like, you know, like I tell her, I was like, yeah, you're not gonna believe it right now. But when you calm down and you look at it, you're gonna be like, it's gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know
Right.
what? Right, like right now, what I'm telling you, you know, you don't want to believe it, you don't want to hear it, fine. But like, you know what? It's gonna replay in your head when you're in the shower or like, you know, when you're taking a shit or something. Then it's gonna
Right.
be like, you know what? You know what? You know what I'm saying? Like yo, like that's why, like, you know, like I personally believe that sometimes you gotta verbally feed somebody, you know what I'm saying, your positive thoughts and your positive energy. Because like even though, you know, like they're not trying to hear it right then and there, you know what I'm saying? Somehow it's gonna like, you know, past that, you know what I'm saying, past that wall or whatever that they have in, you know what I'm saying, between their ears and their subconscious and hit their subconscious somehow, some way. Words are
All right.
powerful.
So, right. Absolutely. Words are fucking powerful. That's the goddamn truth. So here's part two to that to this email, Lady G. This is for
Hmm.
you. When you're going through a very difficult time, like really hard time, and your partner doesn't reach out to show they're concerned or to check on you, what would you do?
Put myself in patient.
Just stop. Yo, stop.
So I'm gonna share something about me. Um, when I had my youngest daughter, Esperanza, um, I was struggling with postpartum, severe postpartum depression. So I was struggling. I was going through. My ex-husband every day would look at me, and the look on his excuse me, the look on his face was like, what the hell you want me to do?
Oh damn.
Why why are you crying? Why are you sad? Why are you this? Why are you that? And like I said, the look on his face said it all. Like, what is wrong with you? Get yourself together. Um no support, no nothing. Um, and because of that, I I felt alone with a brand new baby to the point where it got suicidal. And without that support, I mean, I thank God that I am the person I am, and I know what I know, and I am a strong woman, and I picked myself up and I took myself to a hospital. And even then, he felt as though I had done that on purpose.
Wow.
And being in the hospital was on purpose. So I basically was like, oh, so you think I went through 9 months of struggle, high risk pregnancy, almost losing our baby, all of that. You think I did all of that to have a baby and leave her with you as her father on purpose? Like, are you so selfish that that's really what you think? That I would go through all of that just to make you suffer? Do you think like, so that's pretty much what happens when you're going through and your partner is not there for you, even a little bit, not even a little bit, then that's not really a partner. Then you got to make some hard decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. And here is all right. And that's what she said.
Hey, my bad. Baby was crying, but I heard everything you said. Speaking of postpartum, my girl went through postpartum last year, right?
Right.
And
And how did you handle that?
how did I handle it? At first, I got mad because, like, you know what? Like, because I was under a lot of stress too, but I was being selfish. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about me, 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 me at first. You know what I'm saying? Because, truth is that she has fibroids, right? So one of her
Hmm.
fibroids popped when she was giving birth, and like she was bleeding out. So I almost lost her on the table. It was for the doctors. She was hemorrhaging. So I'm here thinking that, you know what, the coast is clear. Then I told, like, totally forgot
The
about the
fuck? What
postpartum
do you
stuff.
mean the coast is clear?
I,
What do you
I, I
mean
thought the
by
coast
that?
the coast was clear as like, you know what I'm saying, likewise, right? And then postpartum settled in. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm
I
like,
completely went in the wrong direction with what you just said, bro.
yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what, when the doctors like fixed her up, because I told, you know what I'm saying, like when she gave birth, right? One of her fibroids popped and she started
Right.
hemorrhaging. And I
Right.
remember like hearing the splash of blood hit the floor and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm here looking at the baby, I'm here looking at her, and I'm here looking at her like lose color. So I walked over to her and like the doctor was like, she's like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, you're doing good. She's like, I feel woozy. I'm
Mm.
like, don't worry about it. I'm like, yo, I'm like, you just pushed out a 10-pound baby. I'm here joking, knowing damn well that she's hemorrhaging, she's losing blood. But they clipped it real quick, you know, and I was thankful for that. And then like months later, like she was just like going through postpartum depression and stuff. And I'm like, at first I was selfish. I'm like, yo, you need to get your shit together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then like, she'll start crying and all this, that, and the third. And then like I woke up one morning because you know what, like you know what, I got to an argument the night before, and like you know what, I stood up late for the most part because the fucking cat wanted to be part of the fucking Summer Olympics of doing, cat shit, right? Kept me up all night. But like it was a good thing that the cat kept me up all night because I started like really like digging into my brain. Like, yo, you know what can I do to like ease this shit? So I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna relinquish, what I'm saying, my full authority for the moment in time, right? And not, what I'm saying, because I always had a problem, like, like, like relinquishing authority because I felt like a bitch. But I was like, yo, I'm gonna swallow my pride, and I'm gonna check my ego at the door, and you know, because this is her first child, I'm saying I'm gonna check my ego at the door, and you know, actually listen to what she has to say, listen to how she feels. So 9 out of 10 times, whenever I listen, I had a better understanding, and I'm like, yo, listen, I'm gonna take the baby for a ride. You know what I'm saying? Like even though the baby was small or whatever, like I would take the baby for like little rides here and there, or give her time. You know what I'm saying, to have her, have her alone time, because you know what, it was her. You know what I'm saying, it's her first child. And it could be, what I'm saying, it's overwhelming. So like, you know what, like I would like, take her for walks around the corner. Summertime, of course. You know what I'm saying? But like, like I would take her and whatever. And then like, when she went back to work, seeing my injury, I became the full-time dad. So um like, like she was like, what, she was doing something, keeping her busy, keeping herself busy. And that's what, got her over that hump. Like she was keeping herself busy and all that stuff. But also I became more receptive to what she was saying, and whatever she wanted to do at the moment, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, yo, you know what do you want to do? Oh, you want to go get your nails done? Here, go get your nails done. Like, want to get your eyebrows done? Here, go get your eyebrows done. Oh, you want to go over here? Let's go over here. Like that, like, what I'm saying? Like I relinquished, like I had to, because you know what? I learned my lesson with both my kids' mothers, because you know what? Back then I was younger, and like my brain ain't fully developed to what it is right now. Like, what I'm saying? The understanding part, like the understanding part wasn't alien to me no more. So so like, like I started doing that, like I started like, like praying with her, believe it or not. Like I know we don't talk about God or religion here, but like I started praying to God a lot, to lead us in the right way. And so far it's worked. So, like it's, what I'm saying, like now, you know what? This little girl runs my life. But that's another story. But you know what though? Like that's how she got over that postpartum depression stuff. Oh, and lots of chopped cheese sandwiches. Lots of chopped cheese, yeah.
chopped cheeses.
Lots of
Bang.
lots of chopped cheese sandwiches, man. And what you call it? Yeah, and that's it, man. Like lots of chopped cheese and lots of anime.
Yeah.
You know,
So
but but
that
but
that
but
chopped
but
cheese
but
will
but
always help a situation.
true. But you know what though? But like the fact that, what I'm saying, like I had to, the fact that I was forced to watch One Piece. I hate that anime.
Yeah.
Like I hate it.
So there's one more part to this email. So we got to the first two. The last one, I really want to hear about this one. When you're in a relationship and you give your all, your everything, you put them before everything and everyone, and your
That's where you
partner
messed
does.
up
And
at.
wait a minute, let me finish. And your partner doesn't do the same. What do you do?
First off, you know what? I gotta answer this one first. You know what I'm saying? Just the one part. Why the fuck would you put someone else in front of you? Like why? Do you not love yourself? You know what I'm saying? You always put you in front of everything else, because you know what? Everything starts and ends with you. You, the person you look at in the mirror. If you hate what you're looking at in the mirror, find something positive, what I'm saying, about yourself, and then start talking to yourself in the mirror. It may sound crazy, but yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, what I'm saying, the person, you know what? First off, the person in the mirror that you're looking at every day is your biggest competition. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, there should be none. You know what I'm saying? So that person that you competed against in the mirror, learn to love that person. And then it'll be, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll have a better understanding as to why you should put yourself first before you put someone else first. I'm done on that part. Yeah, I'm done on that part.
Lady G.
I don't know what to say after that. um, so the one thing I do agree with with Dubs is not quite the way he said it, but people who put others before themselves are one of two things: traumatized, uh, or I guess so in tune with God that they're being selfless, which can lead to issues. And I see Amy Lynn saying that she puts her children in front of herself. That also is not very healthy, because the thing is, if we don't take care of us, if we don't do for ourselves first, right? Then how are we going to be able to do for the people that depend on us the most, the people that we love the most? Because if I continue to empty myself for everyone else first, I'll be I'll be pouring from an empty vessel. So if I don't fill myself first to give myself something to pour into others, we're going to run ourselves down caring about everybody else and not taking care of ourselves. And then again, those people that we care for, the people that we love, the people who depend on us, we're not going to be able to be there for them. Like the old adage, like when you get on the airplane and they tell you about your face mask, as a mother, because I'm a mom, our first thought is let's put it on our children, make sure that they're breathing, and then we'll take care of us last. So, Amy Lynn, I definitely understand that sentiment. But the thing is, in the meantime, you're losing air trying to put the mask on them. But then you lose consciousness and you don't finish putting their mask on. Now they're left helpless with no one to help them. Now, as a parent, you're going to do everything in your power if something happens to them. Um, if something happens to them, you can help them because you're well. You're breathing. Yeah, Briz, you do have to love yourself. You
Oh,
have to.
th- and you know what? And that's the reason why, when I heard like the whole, oh yeah, I put him before, I put this person before. Why? Like, like that kind of like, what I'm saying, it pissed me off because I used to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's
And
where I
and
fucked up at.
and Dub,
You know what I'm
you're the
saying?
reason why there are damaged women like, so many of
And
us out
and
there.
and you know what? And some of these women are the reason why there's damaged men out here. Like someone like me. I'm saying like yo, you know what? Yes, you know what? I was the starting point to some damaged women, but there was also damaged women that's the starting point to who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I may have created the monsters, but I needed the monster to create me. You know, so like if I'm Dr. Frankenstein to some, and then some
Yeah,
was
but
Dr. Frankenstein to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
but an eye for an eye makes two people blind.
yeah, but you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you know what? I was young and ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I did, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to let my, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, you know what? All right, let me put it this way. I didn't let my dick dictate my heart because when I did, you know what I'm saying? Like looking back at it, I didn't love the girl. I just loved being in her. You know what I'm saying? It was lust. You know what I'm saying? I confused love for lust, and that's what most dudes still doing to this day. You know what I'm saying? They're letting their dick dictate their heart. You know what I'm saying? Confuse love for lust.
Because we're
Like
making that okay. We're making that commonplace.
exactly. And you know what? And I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? No longer because I know, like what I'm experiencing right now is love that, you know what I'm saying, I should have been open to experience, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like and what I'm giving back is the same amount of energy I'm receiving. So it's, you know what I'm saying, it's what it is now. You know what? I do, you know what I'm saying? I do and I don't regret who I was back then. You know what I'm saying? I do regret it because I hurt a lot of people and I have daughters. I don't regret it because I learned from it. I can honestly say that I learned from being the toxic Avenger. And I say toxic because you know what? I was toxic as shit. You know, I didn't gaslight, I green lighted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what?
Right.
Like, it was
Right.
bad, man. You know, like you know, I'm here laughing, but it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what? How like one heartbreak turned me into an animal. All because, you know what I'm saying? All because of my pride and my ego. And that's what I'm telling my son now. I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Tuck your pride and ego away a little bit, you know? But at the same time, don't let no women, you know what I'm saying? Don't let a woman walk over your feelings as if it don't exist. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's a good point, man.
it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yo, you know what? It's like you have to, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how to balance, you know what I'm saying, balance or differentiate anything. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was so like hell bent on like not getting hurt again that, you know, like I went from victim to the victor in the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Everything was done for the wrong reasons. There was no right
Right.
reasons. You know what I'm saying? And like and like, you know what, like, yeah, you know what? I hurt a lot of people, but you know what? The funny thing about it is that half the people I hurt, they're married and happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just finding my happiness now. Just finding it now.
Wow, this is a big one. Read that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need my reading glasses. You know, and another thing too, and I'm gonna be honest about this. Yo, you know what? I didn't love myself. I loved the thought of loving myself, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I did not love myself because if I did, you know what? I want to be out 3, 4 in the morning, you know, drinking 151. You know what I'm saying? You know, like bro, how many one night stands and stuff that you know what I'm saying I put myself through. You know, like leaving a bar in Jersey, waking up in Long Island, not knowing where the hell I was at. You know, like at some girl's house or whatever. I could have easily got killed, you know, but I did not care. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you know what, like people plan for tomorrow, but me, as long as the night before was sweet, I just didn't care. You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
up.
About, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like never mind relationships about anything. And it's because, you know what, you know what I'm saying? It was you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we could talk about trauma or whatever. I'm not gonna get too personal about my trauma, but there's a lot of death, like, you know, like I've witnessed a lot of death in my trauma, you know what I'm saying, especially down in Florida, you know, like, and witnessing that, you know, gave me like a weird outlook on life, you know, or lack thereof, you know, like, so so like I just didn't care, like, you know, like it was like a combination of a lot, you know, like for someone to not care,
Right.
you know, and you know what, like I said, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Like I hate, like you know what? I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I talk about, you know, what I've done. I hate what I've done to the people that didn't deserve it. You know, which was like, you know what I'm saying, 9 out of 10 times, like the woman that I've hurt, I hate that I did it to them. The 10th time, yeah, you know what? That bitch deserved everything. You know what? And I'm glad I got with her family members. You know what I'm saying?
All right, check it real
You
quick.
know what, that they deserve that. You know what, whoever I hurt that didn't deserve it, I feel bad for, but whoever I hurt that did deserve it, I don't feel bad for.
There's more to this comment actually. It cuts off. It says always love yourself, but first, and once you do that, nothing else is there. Wait, none there to hurt you. Will hurt you. Promise you. We all have to go through challenges to learn So now that you have learned, be better for yourself and keep on pushing because you got this.
Oh, we all
Positive.
do.
Yeah.
We all do. You know what? You know what? Like we, you know what I'm saying? It's not only like me or Lady G or Corleone. It's the people that that's chiming in right now. We all got this, and you know what? In some type of way, you know, like look, you know what? One thing I did learn, like never mind relationships with like in life in general. Only give a fuck when it's your turn. That right there cuts 50% of stress off of your back. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's an uncontrollable situation, leave it in God's hands. Because it'll eventually play out in your favor. And if it doesn't play out in your favor, what you think it's your favor, and it doesn't end up that way, then guess what? Whatever that you were aiming for was not meant for you at the moment. Learn to accept the loss. And like a lot of people don't like accepting losses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, because a loss to them is like, oh, I lost out. No, it wasn't your turn. You know what I'm saying? There's something bigger for you, but this is not it. You think this is it, but it's something bigger for you out there. And this
Absolutely.
is who, and you know what, and you know what, in all honesty, this is who I really am. Like 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times, like off this here, this is who you talking to. It's just that when I get on here, you know what, I like being the villain because you know what, I like saying shit just to say shit. I like ruffling feathers, you know?
Right.
But
So go
yeah,
ahead.
go
My
ahead, my
bad.
bad.
All right.
You know what?
So
You know what, Lady G, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Because you know what, like 9 out of 10 times when you say something and I cut you off and it be by accident, it's just because like you be saying shit that be hitting my soul. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like saying, yo, hallelujah, amen. You know what I'm saying? Get your soapbox, girl. Go ahead, preach.
Well,
You know what
I'm
I'm
old,
saying?
so I
Hit.
forgot my train of thought.
but all right. So now that we did this, the last topic of the night. I wanted to go back to a comment, actually a recommendation of a topic from Amy Lynn. She said she wanted to talk about personality disorders,
Mm.
and I know that there are people with personality disorders, but I want to know from Lady G what she thinks about
Uh,
personality disorders.
I mean, other than something specific, they exist. Um, Personality disorders are something that is not a person's fault. It's something that is genetically within them. Um, I do have views on whether people have them treated or not. Um,
So explain to everybody really quick what is a personality disorder?
well, basically, a personality disorder is a grouping of different disorders. So you have uh, the multiple personality disorder, which is dissociative disorder.
Mm-hmm.
You have the narcissistic uh, personality disorder. Um, and of course, because it's 12:30 at night, I can't totally think. My
bipolar.
DSM, my that's not a personality though. That's
Oh no, no, oh no, it ain't. All right, my bad.
no, bipolar is not a
Um,
personality disorder.
what about okay, what about Munchausen syndrome? That's a personality disorder, like.
No,
Nah, that's a mental
no,
illness.
a personality disorder deals with a person's personality. So it's the narcissism. That's a personality. The
Oh,
um,
all
the
right.
multiple personalities deals with someone's personality because they change into different areas
Um,
of themselves.
question.
Uh,
I
yeah,
have a
go
Let her
ahead.
question real
finish,
quick
B.
because like no wait. I have a question that ties into this because I want to understand something. That's why I'm saying I have a question. Um, let's just say a person, right, goes by alias, right, and they talk about this person as set in like third, you know what I'm saying, like third person or whatever. It's me. Yeah. For instance, let's just say I'm Eric, but you know what? I have like, you know what I'm saying, I name my personality, you know what I'm saying, John John. right?
Okay.
Would that be a personality disorder, or would that be, you know what I'm saying? Would that be grouped into a personality disorder, or grouped into like a mental illness?
Uh, well, it depends on how you're utilizing that because there are a lot of people who speak in the third person and it's not a personality disorder. You know, personality basically deals with your core self, your core beliefs, your core thoughts, your core actions. So the thing about dissociative disorder, which is what they used to call multiple personalities, that that is a trauma based reaction to things, right? So you have the personality that is the protector, the personality that is the inner child. You have the personality that is, you know, what they consider the real person, that main person. Um, so personality is a lot bigger than just identity. It's something that serves a purpose, you know. Um,
Um,
what? Like when people use
I,
aliases and things like that, that's just a thought process. That's not necessarily personality.
all right, so I'm gonna ask about a movie which kind of deal with this. All right, so if you ever seen that movie Split,
Yep.
is that a personality disorder or a mental illness,
Well, personality
or
disorder
is it
is a mental illness.
um
Um, they are
shit?
characterized as mental illnesses, and split is the dissociative disorder. He was split in all of those different personalities in order to protect different areas of himself.
Got you. Oh,
Mm.
got you. Because like, cause, cause like because like you know what, like when you started saying it, I was like, yo, you know what, should I ask it or no? Should I ask? I was like, you know what, this may sound foolish, you know what I'm saying? Because like to me, like Split was a great movie. I'm not,
It
like
was. It
I'm,
was.
but like especially like how like he just played into these different characters nonstop, up
Yeah,
until
but if you look at it, all of those different
Mr.
characters served a purpose for him,
Exactly, exactly. So like up until it came to the Beast,
right? But even that one
and like
served the purpose. Even that one served the purpose.
because you know what,
Um,
he spared the girl that was like molested by her uncle.
right.
Notice the other two girls were murdered, but he spared it. Talking about like what was that word that he used, that you were like something like chosen, or like cleanse, or something like that. Like that's why he spared her and just walked away and whatever.
Right.
But like but yeah, you know what, personality disorders, right? um because like you know what, like I know, I'm just gonna put it out there, I'm bipolar and I don't take my meds. You want to know why I don't take my meds? This may sound
I
foolish or
I
whatever,
can
but
guess.
yo, you know what, I want to feel everything. I want, you know what, like the meds that I take made me feel like I just existed, right?
So
And
can
that
I
got,
speak to that for a second?
yeah,
I don't know if you would be surprised by this, but many people who have bipolar, and of course there are different types of bipolar. There's quick cycling, slow cycling, all of that stuff. That is usually how people with bipolar disorder deal with it. They don't take the medications because when they're in their manic, they feel but they also don't want to see that it's in that state that they make the most uh
costly
com-
mistakes.
yeah, they make those quick decisions that are not thought through. um and the mania causes so much damage
It
to
does. You know what's the funny
someone's
thing
life.
is, that you know what, like you know what, like when I'm on the phone and I'm just talking fast or whatever, right? Like I could be talking to Corleone and I'm like, yo, I'm in a great mood and this, that, and the third. Like, and I'm just talking and talking. And then like, like it'll dawn on me in the back of my head. I'm like, oh shit, I'm manic. I'm like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
I gotta be careful. You know what?
And
I gotta
also
be careful.
that plays a part in this podcast. That's
You
one of the reasons why you continuously cut people off without really noticing.
oh
It's a
fuck.
it's a part of that mania. It's because your mind can't slow down enough that if you don't speak in that moment and interrupt somebody, you're gonna lose it.
Hey, you know what? I don't want to apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't take, you know what I'm saying? Like today, today, you know what? Like I'm like, you know what? Like I've noticed that I was like, you know, manic again. And it's funny because you know what? It's always in good weather where like, my mania starts acting up. I'm gonna be
Hmm.
honest, you know what I'm saying? Like beautiful weather like today, you know, like it just like it, you know what I'm saying? Like it sparks something, right? And
Makes you feel alive.
exactly. But you know what though? Like I also like to feel like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm sad too, because you know what, it makes me realize that yo, you know what, I can be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like as fast as fast, like, I could be all happy and be like the Kool-Aid man, be like, oh yeah, run through the brick wall or whatever. Is as fast as I could be curled in a corner. You know what I'm saying? And
You
I
must have quick cycle.
yo, you know what though? You know what? I used to hate it, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I actually embrace it.
But
You want to know why I
let me
embrace it?
explain why.
I embrace it because you know what is that it's a gift and a curse. That's the way I look at it, right? Um, like I understand now. You know what I'm saying? I'm more empathetic to people, that are addicts. I'm empathetic to people that go through this. Like that go through all of this shit. Like I became more empathetic towards it. That's the reason why, like like relationship wise, like my lady knows what's up. When when I start like trolling the shit out of her, you know what I'm saying? Like start doing stupid shit like like look at my finger going, you know what I'm saying, giving her a wet willy. She's like, "Oh, you're on one today, aren't you?" I was like, "I don't know," you know.
But
And
do
then
you
like
know, can you imagine what it's like for you, right? So, knowing what it's like for you, imagine what that's like for the person in your life that cares about you. How chaotic and toxic that must feel.
I try to make it less. I try to make it less toxic as I
Well,
can.
damn. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I try to make
That's
it
that
less. You know what
people
though?
eat
Like,
that.
and
That's the purpose of medication though. I know you make it feels like it deadens you, but the truth is that that knock down, that step down, that is actually what normal feels like. And that's the purpose of medication. It's not a cure. It is
I
a
don't like feeling normal.
catalyst.
Then
But
I
the
don't like
thing
feeling
is,
normal.
but look at this. If you don't find a new normal, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you always got, right? And you yourself have admitted these sporadic, spur of the moment decisions can be very dangerous and affecting to other people, to yourself.
And that's the
Many,
reason.
go ahead.
Wait, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what? Like, and that's the reason why like I stay home for the most part because you know what? Like,
But you're
like,
home with
like
your
you know what?
daughter.
True, true.
Imagine what your cycling does to her as an infant and as she grows. She's not going to know up from down and down from up. She's not going to realize what that idea of normal is like. For us as parents to be responsible and to medicate, whether it's something we enjoy or don't enjoy, right? It's the responsible decision. It's giving us the ability to make level-headed choices. It's the ability to show our children, our loved ones, that sometimes we don't have to like everything in our life, but we have to want to be there for them. Kind of like loving yourself so that you can love other people by taking your treatments or going and everybody doesn't necessarily need to have medication. It's a case by case situation, but some type of a treatment, whether it's holistic therapy, CBT, DBT, any of those therapies, right? By treating it, we're showing the people that we care about that we care enough about them that we're trying to be well. And whether you believe it or not, especially babies, because we hold them, we're close to them, they pick up on our un, what we think are unseen, our nonverbal cues, our body language, our behavior. And so what you're feeling as normal to everybody else is hyper vigilant, um, hyper thought processing, the mile a minute talking, like all of those things are out of your control in that moment. And because you're used to that and you enjoy that feeling of feeling alive, it's not the norm, you know? And so
I
it,
get
it
what you're
can be
saying.
very impactful. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong because each person, you're totally entitled to your feelings and your thoughts and not wanting to take your medication. But it just can be very dangerous, not just for you, um, but for your family, because again, imagine, I don't know if your girl struggles with any kind of mental health issues, or you know you said she had the postpartum, so that is a type of mental health disorder, and that could be exacerbating some of her if she has anxiety or depression. Because imagine the person you love, you have no clue under God's green earth how to help them, how to process them, how to cope with what they're giving you. Like when you were doing the wet willy and stuff for her. Um, for some people, that's overstimulating, and it's like, I love this man with all my heart, but I don't know how much longer I could deal with this behavior. You know?
No, I get
Listen
what you're
to
saying.
Lady G spitting that knowledge. Jesus Christ,
Nah,
woman.
yo, you know what? I get that. I get that. Like,
She's a fucking genius, this lady. Jesus.
like I get that. You know what I mean? Like, but see, I am gonna say this, but you know, I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually gonna keep my mouth shut because you know what? What I'm about to say is gonna make me sound selfish because, and I'm gonna
No,
admit
you
it
got
because I am being
speak your
selfish
truth. Speak your
because
truth.
I am being selfish. Like you know what? Like you know what? Like when they said you know what? Like they used to have me on. Like first they started me off with lithium, right? Lithium
Right.
worked until it didn't no more. Then they started giving me
Right.
shots,
Right.
right? And like the shots work until they started not working
Not
no
to.
more because I got,
Yeah.
like, and it's always like, you know what, I'm elevated to something stronger, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, yo, you know what, if that's gonna be the case, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna be drugged out by the time I'm 50,
Right.
so I'm like, yo, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, I'll be at the mercy of my own hands, man,
Right. And that's
like,
valid.
you know, like, you know what, like, but like, see, the thing is, like, like me knowing that I'm not on meds, like sometimes, like, like I'm not self-aware of what's going on
Hmm.
because like it feels so good, you know what I'm saying? It's euphoric, right? But 9 out of 10 times I am self-aware because I'm like, oh shit, I'm manic right now. I'm like, all right, you know what? Certain things I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things I gotta avoid, like
Okay.
for instance, like like
Caffeine.
what was that?
Caffeine.
Caffeine. Oh, but I need it though, like, you know what, like I need it, especially dealing with my, you know what, see the good thing, all right, the good thing about being manic is I feel alive, right? But like the
Yeah.
good thing also about being manic is that I'm not falling asleep on my daughter.
Yeah. It gives you the energy to do what you need
Yeah,
to do. So yeah.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like exactly. So it's like, but the bad thing about it is that
The
when she's
crash is
sleeping,
horrible.
yes, yes. Like, like the bad thing about being manic is that you know what, like my mood switches from like it changes real quick, and I catch on to that. I'm like, you know what? Like I may misinterpret something that somebody says or whatever, and I'm just quiet, just looking at them like, you know what? Because like now, like I have to like gather the information and take it. I'm like, all right, you know what? He said this. Should I be taking it offensively, or and it could be something simple, but I'm not listening to what you're saying. Like your tone, the tone of your voice is the first thing I hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that could trigger me to, what I'm saying, on some like, rah rah shit. But
Yeah.
I'm still learning to like, not attack on the first, what I'm saying, like I'm just listening to what you're saying. But,
Yeah.
like the tone of your voice, I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, like trying to process the words over the tone, you know what I'm saying? Because like,
Right.
sometimes, like it's like saying, you know what? Fuck you, have a nice day. I could be like, hey, you have a nice day too. Great guy, right? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
you could be like, yo, I love you, nigga. Like, yo, who the fuck you think you're talking to, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes
Yeah.
that way. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, the word is there. I'm just listening to the tone of the aggression or lack thereof. So
Yeah.
Yes.
that's so like, you know what? That's what it is. But like, you know what though? Like, it helps a lot though, especially dealing with a child who likes to wake up at the break of dawn.
Yeah. So if you need that, imagine how other people who are not bipolar manage being brand new parents.
See, the thing is, I'm not a
Sometimes,
brand new parent. Like
no,
it's
I
just
know,
that
I
I have a
know.
brand new
For
baby.
her,
You know?
but for her, you're a brand new parent. So the thing is, you have to. Sometimes you got to roll with those punches,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
if that means that you got to be dog tired because you want to be more responsible and be there for her in the future, or not make a random error by not being able to catch yourself all the time. And, maybe you're in a hurry to feed her and you warm the bottle up too much because you're manic. Like sometimes you have to weigh the pros and cons,
True. You know
and
what?
go ahead.
You know what? I did that. I did that one time. Like, I accidentally hit the button. Like 30 seconds. Like with cold milk, it's a minute. I accidentally
Yeah.
hit like a minute 30 seconds. And I'm like, but I always like check the bottom. Like, damn, this shit is hot. So you know what I did?
Mhm.
Right into the freezer, put 2 ice cubes, shook it up, and like, yo, here, and she drank it. You know,
Yeah.
there's always like there's always a contingency plan in the way. Just in case,
Yeah.
just in case.
And if you're mad playing that way, that's awesome. But everybody doesn't, everybody can't function that way.
I I learned to like try to foreshadow certain things
Yeah.
because like when I was manic and had no plans and no clue, that's where I ended up like in the county jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially especially with liquor. See, like me, I'm always gonna be an alcoholic,
Right.
even though I haven't drank in 3 years. Like I always tell myself that yo, you're an alcoholic regardless of what. You can
Mm-hmm. No
never have
matter
a
how
glass of
much
wine.
time. Yeah. No matter how
You know
much
what?
time
You can
passes.
and you know what? And you know what? And I'm always gonna be an addict.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Like I quietly had a problem with Percocets. Unfortunately, that's what they give me now. You
Mm.
know, it's like you know what? It came back full circles, but this time I'm prescribed it because of my back pain, and I'm very careful with it. Like my girl has my pills right now because
Right.
I told her, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'll take one a day because like you know what? When the baby's sleeping, I do housework, and that involves me obviously using my back, and it hurts. Like when I'm done, when she wakes up, it hurts. Like my back will just start cracking for no reason. So I try to hold off on it, but then I'll take it. You know, and then like it's like basically one a day, and that's it. Especially when it
Mm.
rains, I try to I try to soldier through
Right.
because you know what though, because I know the last time like where it led me, and mind you, when I was, you know what I'm saying, when I was kicking, I'm saying, the Percocets, my brother had just passed away. Nobody knew that I had that problem except for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So when he passed away, like, um, I knew he had pills. Like the following day, I went,
For the pain of hospice.
I remember, like, I went to my nephew and I'm like, yo, where's his pills at? And I hear the toilet flushing. I'm like, it was in the bathroom. He's like, oh, Abuela's in the bathroom with my mom. So I go use the bathroom and I see the pills gone. I was like, no. So I'm mourning, and then I'm going through withdrawals, like Percocets withdrawals. And mind you, I was taking Percocets for like 4 or 5 years straight,
Right.
and this all happened over kidney stones when they used to give you like 30 in a bottle from the ER.
Mm-hmm.
Kidney stones. That's how, like, my little, trip with the opiates happened. And now I get it because it's prescribed to me, right? And I'm very, very careful how I take this shit. Extremely careful. I have no other choice.
Right.
Like I really have no other choice because, like, um I see how, like, these young kids are ODing over perks because they're laced with fentanyl or whatever, and like that's my fear. So like that's the reason why, like, like I always tell myself, bro, you're always gonna be an addict, you're always gonna be an alcoholic. Like, you're staying away from one, the other one is kind of helping you through up until you get this, what I'm saying, the surgery that you need. Up until then, but at the meantime, you're always going to be this. This is who you really are. You know, you ain't beat nothing. However, you
But
staying
you
away from
also
people.
are not your illness.
Exactly. However, you staying away from people, places, and things in a way you're beating it. Like, look, you know what? I could be around people drinking nowadays. I don't drink. I don't
Right.
want to drink. Like, I don't want to do none of that. Like, it's just that, it's just that, what? The drinking part, because like I was bipolar, I didn't know. It will be something to calm my brain down. Drinking and weed and stuff will be something to calm my brain down. And then, like, like some, like, here and there I'll take ecstasy. For what reason? I have no fucking clue.
What the
Mushrooms,
fuck?
you know, you know what I'm saying? Shrooms, like, acid. Acid.
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand why I even bother. Like, looking at, what I'm saying, pink elephants in my room and stuff. Like, nah, bro. Like, yo, you know what? Yeah, it was fun until, like, I was trying to sleep and I couldn't because, what I'm
So,
saying, my blanket kept on trying to eat me.
so
I'll
the
never forget that.
question, so the
You
question
know,
is now, really quick. The question is now: are you content with where you are in your life as far as all of this?
who, me?
Yeah, are you content with where you are in
No,
your life right now?
no, because you know what? I know because like, yo, you know what? Am I content? I'm good where I'm at, but I know it's a yes and no. It's a yes and no answer. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, when you're content means you always want more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, life wise, but like, when everything's all said and done with, I want more. You know what I'm saying? I want more. I want to show more. You know, to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I want to show more to my lady. I want to I want to help my lady build her confidence up to where she could be like, yo, you know what? I got this. You see what I mean?
Right.
So,
Like,
but can you see how trying to receive the correct treatment for you might alleviate some of that stress for her?
yeah,
Good question.
yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah, I could. Like, you know what? Damn it. The hell with you, Lady G. You got me thinking. I don't want to think.
Well,
I
let
want to
me
do
let
as
me
I
give you an
please.
example, right? Let me give
No,
you an
I don't want
example.
no more examples. I want to do as I please.
And you are free to do so. God gave us free will, honey.
But
Um
why you gotta make sense for it? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you gotta make sense for it? I don't like that.
well, that's why people don't like me, because I say what needs to be said, not what they want to hear.
You know what? I unfriend you. Talk to the hand.
Yo, with all that being said, man, I just wanna say that damn, this was a good episode. Um we're on the air 2 hours now. And the conversation can continue to go, but I know it's that time of night where,
Yeah, true, true. You know what?
you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what? I mean,
I get
I
up
mean, you
in
know what?
3 hours.
Oh, bless your
Damn.
heart. Wait, hold on a minute.
This
I get up
Corleone's
in.
fault.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. It's 1 o'clock. I get up in. It depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
But you're at
if
home, so you can go back to sleep.
says who? Says
All
who?
right, all right. So with all this being said, I just want to say real quick to the fans of the show that came on to talk with us and bullshit with us in the chat room. We appreciate you. Thank you.
It's great
Thanks.
having them.
Yep. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for everything. Really quick, if anybody out there listening, watching, whatever, wants any merch, I got t-shirts, I got a whole bunch of shit I can give y'all. Just hit me up.
We even got condoms, yo. That says the truth might hurt, right? So, like, no, I'm just playing. Hey,
Whatever you guys
hey,
want, just hit
hey,
up
hey,
the show.
hey, hey, look, you know what? We got merch, you know what I'm saying? Like, for you women, you know what I'm saying? We got thongs and rhinestones that says the truth might hurt, right? But it's in
I didn't
rhinestones
get
because you know
mine.
what? Bedazzled, you know what I'm saying? It's bedazzled. You know, don't worry about it. You know, your you know what I'm saying, your loved one, well, not your loved ones, your significant other will love it. You know what I'm saying? Bedazzled. Ooh.
All right,
Oh.
so anybody want to hit up the show for whatever reason, hit us up. You'll know how to find us. You can hit us up on YouTube. You can hit us up on Facebook. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Say what you got to say. Do what you got to do. Just get it done the right way. And always, since it's late, we got to go. But
Yeah,
always
man.
keep in mind that at some point,
This
This
might
might
hurt.
hurt.
good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Bye. So
Good night.
long. Peace out. Good night.